Hi, I'm Parveen and welcome back to my channel Exploring Me, where I share parts of my life both professionally and sometimes dabble in what's going on with me personally. In my last video, I mentioned that I actually left my previous role at Lululemon that I've made videos about before, sharing days in my life as a senior data scientist, or there I was specifically a senior marketing science analyst. But like I mentioned, since then I've actually left that role. And I asked on Instagram what video you would be interested in seeing from me next. And as many of you know, one of the perks of working at Lululemon is their clothing discount. So I'm going to be sharing everything I bought before quitting Lululemon. We used to make this joke with my team that we should monitor employee purchases, and whenever there's a spike, somebody might be considering leaving. And that probably was true for me, but at that point they probably knew I was going to be leaving. My purchases definitely became larger and a little bit more sporadic as the days went on and it was closer to when I was going to be leaving. Because for sure, over the course of me being there, I would say like 90% of my closet slowly became Lululemon, especially working somewhere where you didn't have to be wearing business or business casual type clothing into the office. It kind of just became the only thing that I would wear. So I actually went back through my order history. If you have or you shop with Lululemon, you know that you can go into like your closet. And what I'm going to be sharing is over the course of several purchases. So it wasn't one giant purchase. And it's been some time since I actually left Lululemon. So these are actually the only boxes that are left from that time. But for a while there, every time I opened my door, it was like we were barricaded in by Lululemon boxes. So I went through all of those purchases and I realized that I've ordered actually what seemed like less. I'm actually surprised that it wasn't more, but I had 47 individual items that I purchased on my way out. I'm honestly surprised that it wasn't more. I imagined that it was actually going to be higher than what I thought, but it was 47 items. And just to make it interesting, I'm not going to go through every single item because I think one, that would be really long and probably a boring video. So I'm going to share the different categories of things I purchased. I am in data and analytics, so I'll share some sort of graphic to summarize those things. And then I'll share maybe my top 4 or 5 items that I would purchase even without a discount. Items that I think might actually be worth it if you're interested in purchasing anything from Lululemon. So getting into these 47 items, I think that sometimes people think of Lululemon as being synonymous with like leggings or bottoms, things like that. But surprisingly, that was not my top category. I actually have my computer here, and in true data analytics form, I actually put everything into a giant Excel sheet and then summarized it up by the category. The different categories that I had, I'm going to have to be reading off. The top category that I had was actually tops. That includes like short sleeves, long sleeves, things like that. Second was actually outerwear, which I included things like sweatshirts. Third was accessories. Fourth was actually bottoms. And then finally was footwear. So that's kind of a smattering of things that I bought. Before I get into my sort of top 5 items or top couple of items that I would actually purchase full price, I wanted to highlight their accessories. My top accessories that was purchased was actually socks, and that's not something I'm going to be sharing as my top item, but it is probably something that I would purchase again full price. I think all of my socks are Lululemon at this point. At the time that I was leaving, I was actually just in the beginning stages of recovery from my ankle injury, so I think that socks and walking and things like that were probably top on my mind. But you can actually get them on a pretty good deal when they go on sale or in the We Made Too Much section, so socks is probably one of my top anyways. So getting into it, my top items that I would actually repurchase full price, I'm just going to go through them. I have like this pile here on the side, I'm just going to pick them up. I won't probably be able to show them fully or have them on, but these are items that I wear all the time, and when these finally like are no longer able to be worn out, I'll probably definitely repurchase if they're still being made. But I'll insert an image here of the sort of product image from the website so you can see what it is. But my top, probably most worn item, which I think they've been like discontinuing and bringing back, is the adapted state joggers. I have mine here in black. In my purchase history of these 47 items, I actually bought like 3 backups of this. Right now I'm actually wearing the true navy, I think, version of it. But I love these. I feel like they're a little bit nicer than sweatpants, but a little bit like thinner and like nicer to wear out. So anywhere I can wear adapted state joggers, I am wearing them. So if these ever actually get discontinued, I will be really sad. For a while, while I was still working at Lululemon, they were actually discontinued, and I tried to go and find alternatives from, I think, Athleta. It was actually went and purchased them, but it was not the same. So adapted state joggers, if you're out for like a casual, kind of comfy, but kind of still looks a little bit nice pant. The next item that I would definitely repurchase, and I probably don't have to repurchase because, like I mentioned, looking down here, 12 outerwear items are like different variations of the scuba hoodie. This is actually the half zip, which I think online, if you're like a Lululemon fanatic and you're on the Reddit site, you've seen how people like collect these in like every different color. I probably don't have that many, but I do love this sweatshirt. As it gets into the colder months, it's like the sweatshirt I like to throw on. It's super comfy. It's warm enough, especially here for Vancouver weather. So I have a lot of variations of the scuba. Like I mentioned, this is the half zip with the actual hood, which I prefer, but they have like the long, full zip, the funnel neck, all these different variations that I definitely purchased on my way out. But a sort of neutral color in the scuba hoodie is kind of a classic. Looking down here, my next item, I guess sort of classics is what I'm going towards here, and then I have like the next two after this are less classical items. But the Swiftly long sleeve, you're having, I don't remember what this color is called, but any color in them. I like these for going to workout classes because I think they give a little bit more coverage than sort of a short sleeve. They're great if you're like sweaty and you just want to be comfortable, and if you're someone who likes to dress a little bit more modest to the gym, I think that these are a great option. They're also kind of especially long, so they're great in that way as well. I would say these are great in sort of any color. This is a super light color, this yellow color, and I can still wear it out without any issue. I also really like wearing those out to other things where I'm going to be out for a long time, like say an airplane ride or something like that. So the Swiftly long sleeve is definitely something that I will be repurchasing in the future. Okay, like I mentioned, the next two items are probably less common and less part of their sort of classical Lululemon items that you might hear about. And I actually don't know what this is called. I'm gonna have to put it on the screen here. But they're sort of other styled t-shirts are something I really like. And when I say other styled, I mean like not like their Swiftleys or not like their Love, and I'm terrible at all the different Lululemon product names, but they're sort of thicker t-shirts. This is a sort of knit t-shirt, but they also have things that are like the organic classic cotton, I think. I really like these because they hold up really well in the wash, and I wear them now that I'm not working at Lululemon in a more sort of business casual environment. So even with dress pants and things like that, I really like this. So if they don't come out with this all the time, but if they came out with another version of this t-shirt or some variation of a knit t-shirt, I would definitely purchase that. The final item that I would definitely repurchase at full price, even though it's really expensive, and probably my most expensive item, is their running shoes. During my time at Lululemon, they started selling women's running shoes, and now I think they sell men's as well. But I am a big fan of their Blissfeel running shoes. I mentioned my ankle injury earlier, but at that time, as I started to walk again, these were the only shoes that I was wearing. And I've only recently actually started dabbling back into flats and other types of footwear for work. But the Blissfeel running shoes are kind of my go-to. They're probably the only running shoes, but just like shoes, period, that I feel like I've never had to break in. I'm sold. I've drank the Kool-Aid on these shoes. So the Blissfeel running shoes, I have a ton of the first generation version. I have like the box of it here. I'm pulling them out. But they also have like a trail version. Sorry if that crinkly wrapping paper thing there is really loud. But these are the Blissfeel 2, I believe. They have a lot of fun colorways. I'll put the name of the colorway here. I'm not sure if they still make this one. But I purchased 3 pairs of these on my way out from Lululemon. And that actually seems really low because I was continuously purchasing these. So somewhere here and in various closets, I have a stash of these, and I'm probably going to be wearing these for the rest of my life, or as long as they make them. I would definitely purchase the Blissfeel running shoes, the trail shoes, and the Blissfeel line in general. I can't speak to the other shoes because I have a couple pairs, but I don't wear them as much. I think the ones that are in all white kind of go for a business casual vibe if you're able to get away with wearing running shoes. But they also have like really fun colors, like this neon orange color that can be fun for if you run or walk or do any type of gym workouts. They're kind of a good all-around shoe. So this is probably my most recommended item out of the ones that I shared here at the end. I would repurchase these probably again and again, and yeah. Big fan of these. So that's everything I purchased on my way out from Lululemon, or at least the categories of things I purchased, as well as some things that I would definitely recommend if you're looking for items that you would want to purchase from Lululemon. They're definitely items that I would repurchase full price, so I definitely stick by those recommendations. I hope you enjoyed this video and will consider sticking around and subscribing, but until then, I'll see you in the next one.